The arena lights burned bright as anticipation filled the air, setting the stage for a gripping Western Conference clash between the Houston Rockets and the Los Angeles Lakers, a matchup that carried with it not only the weight of history but also the urgency of a season pushing deeper into its defining stretch. By the time the final buzzer echoed across the hardwood, it was the Rockets who stood tall, securing a hard-fought 99-93 victory in a contest that unfolded like a slow-burning drama, punctuated by defensive intensity, shifting momentum, and ultimately, a decisive late-game surge that left the Lakers searching for answers. From the opening tip, it was clear that this would not be a night defined by offensive fireworks, but rather by grit, discipline, and execution under pressure, as both teams leaned heavily on their defensive identities to set the tone. The first quarter began with cautious energy, each possession feeling like a chess move as players probed for weaknesses while remaining wary of costly mistakes. The Lakers, known for their veteran leadership and structured half-court sets, attempted to establish control early, working the ball inside and looking to dictate tempo. Meanwhile, the Rockets countered with youthful energy and relentless perimeter defense, contesting shots and forcing turnovers that prevented Los Angeles from finding any early rhythm. As the minutes ticked by, scoring remained at a premium, with both sides struggling to convert opportunities into points, a reflection of the tight defensive schemes that defined the opening stretch. By the end of the first quarter, neither team had managed to create significant separation, and the game settled into a tense equilibrium that hinted at the battle to come. Moving into the second quarter, the intensity only increased, with both benches playing crucial roles in maintaining competitiveness. The Rockets' second unit brought a noticeable spark, injecting pace into the game and capitalizing on transition opportunities that briefly tilted the momentum in Houston's favor. Quick ball movement and aggressive drives to the basket allowed the Rockets to carve out a modest lead, forcing the Lakers to respond. In typical fashion, Los Angeles turned to its experienced core, slowing the tempo and focusing on efficient shot selection to claw their way back into contention. Mid-range jumpers and controlled possessions helped stabilize their offense, while defensive adjustments began to limit Houston's transition chances. The back-and-forth nature of the contest continued, with neither side able to deliver a decisive blow. Each run was met with a counter, each surge answered with resilience, creating a rhythm that kept fans on edge. As halftime approached, the scoreboard reflected the evenly matched nature of the game, with only a handful of points separating the two teams and everything still to play for. The third quarter often serves as the proving ground where contenders assert themselves, and this game was no exception, though it remained stubbornly close. The Lakers emerged from the break with renewed focus, tightening their defense and showing greater urgency on offense. Their ball movement improved, leading to higher quality looks and a brief stretch where they appeared poised to seize control. For a moment, it seemed as though the momentum had shifted decisively in their favor, as they strung together consecutive scoring possessions while limiting the Rockets' output. However, Houston's response was swift and composed, reflecting a level of maturity that belied their relative youth. Rather than panicking, the Rockets adjusted, returning to their defensive principles and patiently working for opportunities on offense. The game once again settled into a tense stalemate, with both teams trading baskets and defensive stops in equal measure. As the third quarter drew to a close, the margin remained razor-thin, setting up a fourth quarter that promised high drama and crucial moments. The final period began with an unmistakable sense of urgency, as every possession carried heightened significance and the margin for error shrank to almost nothing. The Lakers, aware of the importance of closing games strong, attempted to assert themselves early in the quarter, pushing the pace and looking to create scoring opportunities before the Rockets' defense could fully set. For a brief stretch, their efforts paid off as they managed to edge ahead, igniting hopes among their supporters that they could carry that momentum through to the finish line. Yet, it was precisely at this critical juncture that the Rockets demonstrated their resilience and composure, delivering the late-game surge that would ultimately define the outcome. With the clock winding down and the pressure mounting, Houston elevated its level of play on both ends of the floor, executing with precision and confidence. Key defensive stops disrupted the Lakers' offensive flow, forcing contested shots and limiting second-chance opportunities. On the other end, the Rockets capitalized on their chances, converting timely baskets that shifted the momentum decisively in their favor. The turning point came midway through the fourth quarter, when a sequence of plays encapsulated the essence of Houston's performance. A forced turnover, a fast break conversion, followed by a defensive stand that prevented the Lakers from responding. In a matter of moments, the balance of the game tilted, and the Rockets seized control. As the final minutes ticked away, the Lakers found themselves in a precarious position, trailing but not out of reach. Their experience and determination kept them within striking distance, and they continued to fight, attempting to manufacture scoring opportunities and extend the game. However, Houston's defense held firm, denying easy looks and maintaining composure under pressure. Free throws and disciplined possessions allowed the Rockets to manage the clock effectively, preventing the Lakers from mounting a sustained comeback. When the final buzzer sounded, the scoreboard read 99-93 in favor of Houston, a result that reflected not only their late-game execution but also their consistency throughout a hard-fought contest.